Hi, I'm Górska, and I wrote a book about quitting academia to be published with Edward Elgar. Within the book, I studied why people left academia, what was the process like and how it was unfolding throughout the years, and what was their life afterwards. Within the book, I tried to give voice to those who decided to leave. I talked in very deep conversations with 42 ex-academics from the US, all from the social sciences. The reason was simple for this. I wanted to have this homogeneous perspective of what it is like to leave and why people leave within a specific discipline. So the story of many of them was very similar. They entered academia with this academic dream of being a professor and retiring after a long service at the university. But along the way, something happened. They got their tenure, or they were a tenure track, and they began to see academia differently. The disillusionment happened. They started to see that the values that they brought, the values of teaching, research, bringing and producing new knowledge, discovering something new, were systemically devalued. The values of competition, of market values, of efficiency, of productivity, of survival started to replace those traditional academic values. They noticed that being an academic is not the same as it was advertised to them in those shiny brochures. They understood that academic work is becoming something increasingly marketized, and increasingly neoliberal universities are starting to take over. And this led to their disillusionment and the decision to leave. And in the book, I very broadly show their perspectives and what happens along the way. But I also show the process of what it is like to be alone in the process of leaving, of not being able to share their perspectives, of not being able to ask for help. Because those who leave academia in the eyes of the academic system are the failures. But what if we got it wrong? What if leaving academia is in fact an act of resilience? A resilience towards a sustainable system that requires increasingly more and that requires a form of sacrifice. What if that is simply a logical next step? And within the book, I also showcase the perspectives of those who left, of what happens after, of how they regained their voice and how they regained their mission and love to research and teaching, but outside of the university. This book gives language and gives voice to those who were never heard before. It gives the voice to those very difficult experiences. My aim is to open up conversations about what is going on with the university and why people leave. I believe that this book may be valuable for academics who are in the system, who are considering to leave, and those who left, to better understand what is going on with the modern university. And I do hope that Quitting Academia by Edward Elgar will find you in the right place and will give you a space to resonate with their stories.